Chapter 183, The Human Mansion. This chapter is updated by Novels.pl. Since Liu Quanchen was the myth of martial art of the Heaven Realm, as well as a silver-gowned elder of the School of the Martial Market, he owned his mansion in Devil Martial City. His mansion was as big as a castle, covering an area of 200 acres. He recruited 800 soldiers and employed over 200 servants. Only warriors of the Heaven Realm were able to enjoy such prestige. Being martial arts legends of the Heaven Realm, all he needed to do was spread the word, and countless warriors would rush to work for him as soldiers or servants. A warrior who had cultivated to the Heaven Realm would enjoy a superior status after entering martial world. No one dared to offend them. Moreover, soldiers who guarded the Heaven Realm warrior's mansion would probably be offered a chance to learn the practical skills of the superior level of martial technique, or even received guidance from the Heaven Realm warriors. Liu Quanchen only needed to recruit 800 soldiers due to the geographic location of Devil Martial City. In Yunwu County, some of the celestial paratroopers can establish a city by themselves and recruit tens of thousands of soldiers to become a dominant player. Some of the warriors of the Heaven Realm in the Yunwu Commandery were capable of building their own city. They would recruit their own soldiers and become the dominator in the region. If I become a warrior of the Heaven Realm, I want to build a castle, recruit 3,000 soldiers, and have 800 beautiful women at my side. It's going to be a magnificent way to wake up in the morning, kill a sword in hand, getting drunk, and lying in the laps of a beautiful woman, Zhang Shaxiu said with a proud tone. Liu Chengfeng laughed. The Heaven Realm is the utmost realm of martial arts. Every single one of the warriors of the Heaven Realm is called myths of the martial arts. It's very difficult to reach the Heaven Realm. Even with my talent, I only have a 20% chance of breaking through. Zhang Shaxiu felt as though cold water had been poured over him, and he lost all confidence. He cried and said, "That means that I'll never reach the Heaven Realm." Kong Xuan stood behind Zhang Yuochen and felt a sense of longing. Her eyes glittered as she thought, warriors of the Heaven Realm are the top masters in the martial arts realm. Will I ever become one of them? She knew that she didn't have a chance of reaching the Heaven Realm. With her cultivation speed, it would be astounding if she ever reached the Earth Realm. Liu Quanchen had been told that Zhang Yuochen had arrived. He quickly welcomed him in person with a group of servants following behind him. Liu Quanchen's laugh was loud and clear. He shouted from afar, "The Ninth Prince, how are you doing?" The servants stared at Zhang Yuochen with curiosity. They were confused. Why would their master, with such a prestigious status, personally welcome a youngster? Liu Chengfeng whispered in Liu Quanchen's ears. Liu Quanchen nodded slightly and said, "Ninth Prince, please make yourself at home. No one dares cause me any trouble here in Devil Martial City." "Thank you very much, Master Liu," Zhang Yuochen said. Liu Quanchen gazed at him and said, "Thank you. You're the major nurturing genius of the School of the Martial Market. Since I'm the silver-gowned elder of the school, I have the responsibility of keeping you safe from people who want to kill you. In fact, I should be the one who is thanking you and the fourth prince for saving me. Without you, I'd be dead at the hands of the heretics of the moon-worship demonic sect. I'm organizing a welcoming dinner for you two tonight. You can stay here as long as you want. Please don't hesitate to let me know if you need anything during your stay." Liu Quanchen was being gracious towards Zhang Yuochen not only because he saved his life, but also the talent he displayed. Liu Quanchen believed that Zhang Yuochen's achievements would definitely top him. Maybe one day he would have to ask Zhang Yuochen for help. Who knew? After the welcoming dinner, Liu Chengfeng led Zhang Yuochen, Ziqian, Kong Xuan, and Zhang Shaxiu to their bedrooms. After nightfall, Zhang Yuochen and Ziqian were talking in the manor. "Junior sister apprentice Zi, I'm so sorry that I've dragged you into this situation. I'm afraid you can't return to Western Campus anytime soon," Zhang Yuochen said regretfully. Ziqian grabbed her sword, stood upright and said while staring at Zhang Yuochen, "Well, I guess you'll have to make it up to me." He was slightly shocked and asked, "Make it up to you?" She nodded seriously and said, "Because of you, both Lin Chenyu and Xongihai hate me now. You have to make up for that." He chuckled. "Ha ha, I see. So what do you want?" Ziqian seemed well prepared. She responded, "I want to learn your martial technique, the Shadow of the Royal Wind Dragon. If I acquire this martial technique, I'll at least be able to protect myself from people who want to kill me. But I'm not sure if you're willing to teach me. I suppose you want to learn this martial technique just to make it easier for you to kill people. Zhang Yuochen said seriously, I can teach you the shadow of the Royal Wind Dragon, but you have to promise me that you will never use it to kill anyone. You can only perform it to save yourself. Zhang Yuochen had always wanted Ziqian to stop being a killer. There was a sense of happiness on Ziqian's cold face. Deal. I promise you I won't kill innocent people. Zhang Yuochen taught Ziqian the secret of Shadow of the Royal Wind Dragon without withholding anything. As for the steps of the Shadow of the Royal Wind Dragon, it was impossible to show her on paper. He would have to teach her step by step later on. After accompanying her back to her room, Zhang Yuochen noticed that Kong Xuan was walking in his direction. She was indeed a beautiful woman with creamy skin and a slim, tiny figure. She was also born with a pair of colorful wings on her back. The tiny woman was holding a bronze salver with a pot of tea and 2 teacups on it. Kong Xuan put down the salver on the stone table. She stretched out her slender fingers, poured a cup of tea and placed it in front of Zhang Yuochen. Zhang Yuochen didn't drink it. Instead, he stared at Kong Xuan and asked, You're of the half-peacock human clan, I guess you've probably heard of the Peacock Mountain Village? Kong Xuan looked shocked and said, For your information mister, the Peacock Mountain Village is the most powerful party of the half-peacock humans. They had been the dominant party of the half-peacock humans from the late antiquity until the queen ascended the throne, and built the first Central Empire 500 years ago. Peacock Mountain Village refused to be ruled by Empress, and since then they have been suppressed by the first Central Empire. In the end, the entire village was destroyed. After the destruction of the Peacock Mountain Village, the status of the half-peacock human clan had greatly diminished. We were attacked by other human power. They specifically captured the women of the half-peacock humans and forced them to be made servants. They would be sold for a high price and became toys and bed for the human warriors. Kong Xuan was upset. She was one of the unfortunate ones. Women of the half-peacock humans were all beautiful and elegant. It's no wonder they were sought after by the warriors. Once any of them were caught, the warrior could sell them for a few 100,000 silver coins. A woman who was as pretty as Kong Xuan was worth more than 1 million silver coins. Zhang Yuochen sighed slightly as he thought about his previous life 800 years ago. At that time there were 300 half-human clans, all of which were ruled by Emperor Ming. Half-peacock humans were one of them. One of Zhang Yuochen's cousins was the granddaughter of the master of Peacock Mountain Village. The relationship between Zhang Yuochen, Princess Kaiyao, and herself was extremely close back then. I wonder if she is still alive. If she was, she was probably 800 years old by now. I can't believe how brutal Empress Kaiyao has turned out to be. She even cleaned the clan of the Peacock Mountain Village. Zhang Yuochen pursed his lips, his fingers lightly tapping the table as if he was thinking about something. He lifted his head and continued asking Kong Xuan, What's the class of your sacred mark? A 4th class sacred mark, Kong Xuan answered. Zhang Yuochen responded, Your class of the sacred mark can only be classified as a medium level. Of course, that doesn't imply or represent the potential of any warrior. In history, some of the warriors who obtained the 1st class sacred mark, the lowest level of the mark, have practiced to a saint. He continued, What exercises are you practicing? The exercise I'm practicing is called Black Wind Hearing the Wave Technique. The mid-class of human stage. I have opened up 9 meridians at the moment. She replied. He shook his head and said, Only having 9 meridians opened at the dawn state of the Yellow Realm will indeed affect your cultivation of martial arts. I can teach you the top exercises of the half-peacock human. However, you have to swear that you're not going to pass this exercise on, nor tell anyone you've learned how to practice it. Are you willing to keep your promise?